St George on the attack. The ball is played back to Walford. On it goes to Culbert, and Culbert is brought down 26 metres out. Culbert to play the ball. Plays it back to Bailey. Bailey got the pass away now. On it goes to Kelly, and Kelly is brought down just outside the Raiders' 22-metre line. Plays it back to Bailey. Noke it is, a dummy by Noke. He's almost into the clear, and Noke is brought down inside the Raiders' 22-metre line. The ball is played now. It goes out to the halfback, which is Robinson. Here's a chance, here's a try. A try to Robinson.
I think it's Darren South who's gone in.
Just away to the left of the uprights. 4-0. There's the kick. It's there. And so the score here in Kogarah, Jubilee Oval, St George 6 lead the Raiders 0. This scrum goes down about 30 metres out from the Raiders line. The ball to be fed in by the halfback, which is Robinson. It's a St George ball. Potter throws the pass out to Beattie. Beattie tries to get his pass away, but he's brought down 11 metres inside the Raiders territory. The ball is played. On it goes to Fafita. Fafita offloads the pass. Out it goes now to Walford. Walford's looking good. He's brought down 10 metres out from the line. Walford to play the ball. Potter dummy half. On it goes from Robinson. A long, lovely pass out to Beattie. They're looking dangerous. It goes to Johnston. Johnston going for the line. He's in. Johnston has scored the second try for the Dragons.
And there's Tim Sheens, and he is a very worried man. I don't need to tell you at home about that.
Walford moves in. The ball is in the air. How's this, folks? No good. And so the score here at Kogarah Oval, it's St George 10, lead Canberra 0.
Well, St George running that drop out, and they're putting more pressure on. But here's an intercept from Ricky Stewart. He's racing downfield. He's got no one with him, but can he go all the way? I think the little man might be able to. He's got Walford in pursuit. And there's a great tackle from Ricky Walford. Pulled him down and beat it short. Fantastic run from Stewart. Wood in the dummy half.
Well, they're trying to give the penalty away, St George.
Meninga now. Long pass out. They've got to score, the Raiders, surely. Daly gives it on to Belcher. They're going to score. That's Belcher. And Gary Belcher scores for the Raiders. Well, a good try there. All brought about by great work from Ricky Stewart. Well, Wood now attempting this kick. He gets it up high. It's been flagged away. So St George still leading by 10 points to 4.
Time to play the ball. Plenty of pressure now for the Dragons. Steve Walters dummy half. Got the pass, Meninga. Oh, Meninga's terribly close. He's perilously close to the line. Can they score? On it goes to Stewart. O'Sullivan. Belcher. Plenty of support. Inside to Daly. Daly gets around one. Offloads the pass. Here's a try. Walters. Walters is in. The second try for the Raiders.
This certainly is a sitter. Will he be able to slice it between the posts?
To level the scores, there's the kick by Matthew Wood. The scores are level here at Kogarah Jubilee Oval. Canberra 10, St George 10. Looking a bit more relieved now, the coach.
There's a quick toe ahead from O'Sullivan. He's in a bit of space. Gets it back inside to Clyde. He gets a pass away to Belcher under the post. That's a try.
That is brilliant football. That's what that is. It's more than a try. That was sensational football from the Raiders.
And Wood now moving in, right in front. Hits it sweetly. He's slotted it in for 2 points.
16 points to 10. He's had a good game, Mackay. If it hadn't been for his defence, I think we might have seen some more points on the board by the Raiders.
Well, here's Matthew Wood. He's found a bit of space and found, in fact, he's found a lot. Still going downfield. He's got one to beat, South. But you can't do a good St George defence again. Where was his support?
None.
O'Sullivan now. Walters onto Meninga down the blind side. Walters now plays it. It goes to Lance. He's going to score.
Yes,
has he? I think he has. Well, great work from Lance. It went from Walters, in fact, to him, and he just went for the line.
Okay, Matthew Wood comes in. He's been successful with these last two. He's got the breeze behind his back. In he comes. Looks pretty good from here. We'll have a look at the touch judges. It's waved away. 20 points to 10 here at Kogarah.
Well, there's Potter going from dummy half. Tried to kick, missed the ball completely. Now the Raiders into attack. It's gone to Clyde out wide. Onto Meninga. Meninga's been wrapped up. Having a good tussle of two experienced centres out there, Johnston and Meninga. Wood goes from dummy half.
And we see a change on the sideline.
Yep, another change in the St George lineup. In 11, John Fafita, he's leaving the field, and coming on for the Saints, Michael Colbert in 15.
Well, the Raiders now putting plenty of pressure on. Walters gives it on to Stewart. It goes to O'Sullivan. On to Daly, who claps it on. He's going to score. Is he? Yes! Try!
It's try time, Raiders, and watch out St George in the next 20 minutes because the Raiders have got their tails off and they are charging. That was a good try. Chris O'Sullivan, of course, has been with the Raiders since 1982 when they first entered the competition, and Richard Keeley has him down on the sideline. We'll cross down to him right now.
Chris, a bit of a heart-stopping start for the Raiders, down 10-0, but they've showed a lot of spirit to come back.
Yeah, actually, we looked at the first two grades, 21. They got off to a bad start, so the reserve grade, So George scored first, they had nothing to lose. We thought, well, let's just hang in there. If it doesn't go our way early, we'll just hang in and wait for the breaks to come. It's an 80-minute game of football. We proved that. They were 10 points up, and we just held on, and then the breaks started to come.
All right, looks like you're going to get away with the 2 points today.
That note is brought down just outside the Raiders' 22-metre line. He'll play the ball. Robinson, there's the ball high into the air. Who's got it? Oh, here's a try. Number 41, the replacement player, Peter Gill. Peter Gill has scored. And let's have a look at this conversion attempt by Walford is there. Another 2 points, and so the score now, Canberra 26, lead St George 16. He plays the ball back to Mark Coyne. Robinson, on it goes to Potter, then it goes now to Walford. Walford, there's a gap for Walford. Look at this fella go. Up towards halfway. He throws the pass. There's nobody there. The ball boy gets it on the far side. Raiders regather the ball now. On it goes to Belcher. And here's Belcher down the far touchline. Still going Belcher. And that is the try. Righto, here's Matthew Wood. 10 metres in from touch, over on the far side. The ball is in the air. How's this for a kick? Not good enough, sir.
Not very good.
Mackay plays the ball. It goes to Robinson. Robinson puts the ball high into the air. Goes back into the in-goal area. That's where it's taken by Fergo. Johnny Ferguson runs it out of the field of play. He's brought down by, is it Johnny Fafita?
No, it's Walford. Off. It was Walford.
Oh, he's off, is he? Okay. It's hard to know who's off and who's on here at the moment. Play on the far side outside the Raiders' 22-metre line. They're in position. Dean Lance. On it goes to Lowry. Lowry tackled 30 metres out from his own line. Lowry to play the ball. It's all over, gentlemen. It's all over. So the score here, Canberra have run out winners over St George by 30 points to 16.
The big question, can the Raiders go all the way?
Well, I suppose on the day's performance we'll be struggling, but obviously we'll regroup during the week and hopefully put in some great training sessions and come up against whoever wins against Cronulla and Brisbane on Tuesday night.
Right, that's right. As you mentioned, Tuesday night, the clash between Cronulla and Brisbane. Who would you like to see out in the paddock on Saturday?
Well, immaterial, really. I don't believe, for us to win any games, we're playing either Brisbane or Cronulla. I think that we've got to worry about our own performance on Saturday, and don't matter who we play, really. I suppose in the long run, Brisbane are coming good, and Cronulla's not playing all that well, so probably maybe Cronulla, but this remains to be seen.